guys, it's No Better Nina and welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 4 of Nobettertake. First things first, Soulja Boy slash Big Draco slash Soulja Man slash whatever the hell else he wants to call himself on The Breakfast Club. So Soulja Boy made an appearance on The Breakfast Club last week. He talked about a bunch of topics such as Kanye West, an upcoming movie he had, and who had the biggest comeback of 2018. Soulja Boy gets at Kanye West saying that he's a complete fool for supporting Donald Trump and needs to cut it out. He also talks about the true story movie that he has coming out, I believe in April of this year at all AMC theaters, about the robbery that happened in Atlanta where he ended up shooting 5 guys and one of them ended up dying, but he got off clean because in Atlanta that was considered self-defense. During the interview, Soulja Boy said that he had the biggest comeback of 2018 because he made over $250,000 in one day from selling a video game console he came out with last year, and that he's the first rapper to ever transition over to the video game side of things successfully. Soulja Boy also said that he paved the way for this whole new generation of rappers because he was the first one to actually get stuff popping on social media way back in the day, and that 6ix9ine is his son, but he just wasn't smart about what he was doing and that's why he's in jail. He also says he was the first one to fly Rich the Kid, Famous Dex, and Migos to LA, but didn't sign them because in case things went left, he didn't want to be looked at as responsible for it all. Here's my take on the Soulja Boy interview on The Breakfast Club. I agree with his thoughts on Kanye. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I ain't even trying to get into politics right now. So also, I'm actually looking forward to this true story movie that he has coming out because during the interview he did imply that there was actual footage of the shooting in the movie. However, I have a feeling it's not gonna come out in Canada, but my fingers are crossed because I'll definitely go check that out. But now, in terms of who had the biggest comeback of 2018, I definitely don't think it was Soulja Boy. I say that because I agree with what they said during the interview in terms of defining what a comeback is. When you're saying that someone made a comeback, you're referring to someone who fell off and came back better than ever with what they fell off with in the first place. Soulja Boy started out as a rapper, but he definitely did not make a comeback as a rapper last year. However, I'm not saying that he didn't have a great year. He ventured out into a new world where he was actually successful, and that's great, but that's not where he started, so that's not a comeback. I'm gonna go ahead and agree with DJ Envy in saying that Meek Mill actually had the biggest comeback of 2018 after the L he took in the whole Drake beef thing, because not only did he come back, he squashed the beefs, he got out of prison, and dropped an album. Yeah, cool, Tyga was brought up in the conversation because he had a #1 hit last year, but Tyga wasn't struggling with nothing. Tyga wasn't knocked down literally 10 levels after taking an L in a rap beef or nothing like that. He was just sitting around making music, waiting for a hit to come along, and it did. And Drake definitely didn't have the biggest comeback of 2018 because for those of us who are actually honest with ourselves, he took the biggest L in the whole Pusha T rap beef. It's only because his super fans refused to believe that he actually took an L in the Pusha T beef, so the world actually still kept him up on the pedestal that they held him on before. Yes, Soulja did pave the way for social media rappers, I will give him that, and 6ix9ine definitely took a page out of his book, but what's still kind of weird to me is the whole not signing Rich the Kid and Famous Dex. During the interview, he says that he would prefer to show new artists the way to make money rather than just give it to them, and hey, that's cool and all, I'm not judging, but it just seems kind of sketchy because he's done it way more than once and is literally getting nothing out of it. There were also a lot of parts in the interview that just didn't make sense at all, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Rihanna is allegedly suing her father, y'all. Rihanna is allegedly suing her father after finding out that he's been using the Fenty name, which she trademarked to profit off of. He allegedly started a talent development company back in 2017 called Fenty Entertainment, where him and his business partner pretended to be Rihanna's reps, booking her for 15 shows across Latin America for over $15 million without her sign off. Rihanna also previously sent her father multiple cease and desist letters, which he didn't take seriously, obviously. Here's my take on this situation. It's one thing to be betrayed, but to be betrayed by your own father and trying to let him off multiple times before this is super upsetting. Obviously, the people he approached to book Rihanna believed him because it's her father, and I mean, all it takes is a quick Google search to confirm that. But I do think that the lawsuit won't follow through, only because it is her dad. It's not like an aunt or an uncle, it's literally the man who fathered her, and I feel like if he just shuts the shit down before the lawsuit gets way underway, she'll just drop the whole thing. Alright, let's see what's next. Ariana Grande and her new single. Ariana Grande released her new single 7 Rings last week along with the visuals, but as usual, it didn't take very long for the internet to weigh in on it all. Rapper Princess Nokia took to Instagram comparing Ariana's new song to her song titled Mine, saying, quote, "Ain't that the little song I made about brown women and their hair? Sounds about white." Ariana then addressed Princess Nokia's comment in a deleted Instagram story saying, quote, You like my hair? Gee, thanks, just bought it. White woman talking about weaves is how we're gonna solve racism. A lot of people took offense to Ariana's comment, so she stepped into the shade room to clear the air, saying that her intentions were never to offend anybody, and she wanted it to more so be seen as a white woman disassociating the negative stereotypes with the word weave. Soulja Boy and the rest of the internet also weighed in, saying that Ariana stole his flow off of Pretty Boy Swag. Soulja also got his Twitter fingers on, tweeting, quote, "You a thief" at Ariana Grande. 2 Chainz then joined the party, comparing the set of Ariana's music video to the set of one of his music videos, as well as the flow on her song to the flow on his song Spend It. Here's my take. The flow is obviously common, because if Ariana so-called stole this flow from all 3 of these artists, doesn't that mean they all stole it from each other at some point in time too? Personally, I think everyone saying that she took the flow off of Pretty Boy Swag is reaching, because I don't hear that one at all. However, I do think Princess Nokia and 2 Chainz have a valid argument, only because the song is pretty much saying exactly what Princess Nokia says in her song, except it's just the white girl version. As for 2 Chainz, Ariana's music video set and the colors she used are very similar to the set and colors that 2 Chainz used in one of his music videos, so I get where he's coming in that whole aspect of things. But I do feel like people are getting very in their feels about this whole thing, because it's Ariana's first time stepping into a whole new genre, and they're threatened that people will actually like it, which I'm gonna go ahead and say that I do. I would also like to think that her response to Princess Nokia was sarcastic, almost like a haha, yeah, you guys, I'm really just out here being a blatant racist. Like, no, especially because it is Ariana Grande. I also think everyone's forgetting when Drake stole XXXTentacion's flow and every other rapper who's ever done it, because nobody gave Drake all the smoke that they're giving Ariana Grande. But if you're still on the side of the fence believing that she did steal someone's flow, I would hope that you would say it was Princess Nokia's, because if we're looking at the time frame when all 3 of those songs came out, Princess Nokia's was first, Soulja Boy followed up with Pretty Boy Swag in 2010, and 2 Chainz followed up with Spend It in 2011. So leave Ariana alone. Thanks for tuning in to episode 4 of No Better Take. Let me know your comments on all 3 topics that I discussed in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!